Hello, Internet! Even as big of a Nintendo fan as I am, I can definitely appreciate how much a character like Sonic has been around. He's been a pinball, Olympian, werehog, and even dead. But where did such a prolific character get started? Well, back in the 80s, while Nintendo dominated the console market, they didn't entirely lack competition. They just lacked real competition. As much as I love games like Fantasy Zone and Alex Kidd, they weren't really giving Sega the push they needed to reach major success in the areas that mattered. The Genesis did have the hardware advantage, but it needed a mascot. So the company held a contest to design one and ended up with Mr. Needlemouse over here. A team was assembled to develop the character's world and gameplay, and the Sonic you've all been waiting for was born. The first game sold extremely well and established a major long-running series that almost everybody knows about, so let's see what exactly made it work so well. The story is pretty simple. Sonic is a fast blue hedgehog who lives on South Island and saves the other animals from Dr. Robotnik, a mad scientist trying to mechanize the island and collect the mystical Chaos Emeralds. It's a fairly standard save the environment story that was common at the time, but they really sell it well with the levels becoming more and more taken over as you progress, and each enemy robot contains an animal to free. Robotnik definitely pulls his weight as a villain. Every level ends with a goalpost in his image, and while other games feature various boss monsters, this guy comes back time and time again with a new mech to challenge Sonic. But what really sold Sonic 1 was the Hedgehog himself. The increased graphical capabilities of the Genesis gave him plenty of unique and expressive sprites to portray the cocky but determined attitude he radiates. Of course, you can't have a game without gameplay, so let's see what Sonic the Hedgehog does when you push buttons. First of all, the guy's resilient. As long as you have some rings with you, he can survive near anything, and very few of Robotnik's creations are capable of withstanding a spin attack or roll from Sonic. Rolling is also a great way to attain his signature speed, building momentum and opening the way for shortcuts once you've got a good idea of the stage's layout. Half of the time at least. Alright, I've been nice so far, but the zones in this first game are a mixed bag. Green Hill, Spring Yard, and Starlight are fun enough, but Marble, Scrap Brain, and especially Labyrinth have way too many points where you just have to wait. And don't get me started on the special stages. They don't hurt my eyes, but they tick me off. And while the good ending is cute, I don't think it's worth suffering through these to see. But what's my overall opinion on this first adventure for Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, it's definitely not perfect. There are quite a few stages that aren't very fun to play through, but the gameplay and presentation as a whole still holds up today, especially compared to other Sega Genesis games at the time. The vibrant array of colors and animation really catches your eye, and the soundtrack has some of the greatest video game music out there, along with plenty of satisfying sound effects. And with that, Sonic's on his way. Just look at him go. Look out!